2, 1, let's go. All right, we're back with another condensed Go game. This time we're playing as white 9k up against black 13k. And we're attacking space. We're attacking open space, not outer space. We're attacking open space on the board, right? That's going to be the moral of today's battle, because this game gets a little dicey, even though I should have this game in the bag. If you go off the ranks there, I definitely had an advantage on paper, but got kind of close in the middle. So let's get into it. Pretty basic opening. Black's got the top two corners at the 4-4 points. I'm starting at the 3-4 points down at the bottom, a little bit staggered like we do. And let's get into it. So like I said, space. We want space in this game. We're playing the big moves right there. First one. I could have shored up the bottom left-hand corner, played another move, played it safe, but no, there's a huge gap. You can see he's starting to build up here. Here, he wants to fill that in, right? So what do? Throw right in the middle, attack that open space. Lost the camera. Giddy up. And we're back. So he kind of ignores that. Interesting play, whatever is what it is. Again, attacking the space. Pinching his little single stone there that he threw in. It's wide open over here. Let's fill this in. He kind of ignores it again. So he's ignoring these big moves. You know, we'll see how that works out for him. But he's putting the pressure on my corner, so I have to respond down there. Make sure I don't die off. So he played one move. Maybe he didn't have to. I guess step one back here. He goes here where he can link up. Gives him a bit of safety by playing there, though. You know, he gives me the opportunity to play up here because he's not forcing me into anything. I get my play of choice. I get to go wherever I want. And I'm attacking the space up here, shoring up a bit of a base. You know, try and get some territory in the middle there and then expand from there. Moving on. Just going to pull ahead at a steady clip here. So he's got, or sorry, I should say I have the bottom left-hand corner. And then I'm going to jump back to kind of a safe move there. I guess probably necessary because I could have cut him off. So he plays there, but then again, he's not putting any pressure on me. He's playing it safe. Gives me the opportunity to go down here in the bottom, eat up some more of that space. Attack that space. Risky move there, bold move by him. He throws in right in the middle. I like it. Pretty aggressive, but he's really pressuring this single stone here now, which is all by itself, right? So I'm going to kind of push out towards his single stone, jump out, cut him off. He jumped a little too far, cut him, nice. I'm going into connect. All right, so I pretty much killed off that group of two. Real nice. He's trying to salvage what he's got left up there. But then, look at this. I got the corner pretty much on lockdown now, right? But look at that, moving out, attacking this space. There's a huge swath of territory up there. No one's in it, wide open for the taking. So we push towards it. And also by doing that, we're kind of circling around, right? Maybe we can capture this group here because we got these two stones. They're dead. He also attacks the space. Fair enough. That was a huge gap in there. You got to do what you got to do. I like this play. It really shores up that bottom little group of mine here. You can start to see some shape emerging, but it's also, in theory, should be connected over here, right? And we should be, whether we connect or we have to kill off these two stones, this should all be one group when it's all said and done, painted in the corner there. But by playing here, I'm kind of setting my wall, and I'm pushing it towards the middle. Oops. Whoa. Pushing it towards the middle, because right now this is still, you know, that's wide open, right? I mean, there's still a couple big moves left up here. Specifically there right in the middle, K16 or maybe off to one of the sides. But other than that, once that move is taken, maybe something over here, depending how it plays out. But the middle is kind of what's left, right? This is what we're going to be fighting over to win the game. So pushing towards it. And also by doing that, we're maybe encircling his little group here, right? He's pretty, what's the word? He doesn't have a lot of territory. That's a safe group, but it's just a string, right? It's just a line of stones with nothing captured. He's got no eyes, so that's a vulnerable group. It's tough to say. And maybe I can kind of link up the bottom group and that left-hand group and encircle these black stones, kill them off. All that to say, I like that move. Well done. Good job to me. Looking back on it, like 2 years later, something like that. This is a 2 or 3 year old game, by the way. Anyway, I digress. He's trying to escape, ensure the safety of his group there. I sort of cut him off. I like what he's doing. He's trying to connect up to that upper group, and he does that. Gives me the opportunity to seal up that right-hand side, no problem. Jump ahead. There it is. There's a big move. Attacking that space. Nothing of mine was threatened. There was no major move to be had to really put him in jeopardy right now. So it's just, what's the biggest move I can make? It's right there. Right in the middle of that huge space up here. So now he's either got to jump, right side, left side. Maybe he gets in close. But either way, there's going to be room. Whatever side he doesn't go onto, that gives me room to jump off. He plays here. I can jump off to the left, and all of a sudden I've built myself a nice little base, some territory up there. And look at that. He does pretty much that. Comes in close on the right-hand side. Gives me the opportunity to jump left, which he attacks that. Ooh, look at that. I put the pressure on immediately by jumping into his 3-3 corner there. He thinks he's got it all wrapped up. Well, we'll see about that. We'll play this little Joseki. Ooh, I think I blew that. Yep, so I didn't play that correctly up in the left-hand corner, and he ended up killing that group off. So all that for nothing. Those white stones are dead. And he learned that I might jump in there, right? So then he plays in here to be nice and safe. And, I'm not going to play here now because he's got a pretty solid base built up around that corner. So he's going to have a lot of territory up there. But he's not looking good in the bottom left-hand corner. So c'est la vie. Don't want the draw tool. I want to move ahead. Oh, I want to lose the video. And now we're back. Okay, so earlier I talked about that open space in the middle. This is all that's left in terms of big moves, empty space where we want to go. And if you sort of trace, I'm going to delete that. If you sort of trace the line of his stones here, right? This isn't filled in yet, but you can see what he's trying to do. He's going to have that upper right-hand corner, but he's got a pretty solid line here on this right-hand side, looping around the bottom, coming up. And if he can really close that in, all of a sudden he gets all that space in there, right? I don't want him to do that. So what do? Throw right in the middle. And now what's he going to do? Maybe go over here somewhere and kind of force me into his other wall. I go up, I go down. He could jump in, somewhere over here, solidify some territory and kind of force me back out this way. But by doing that, I might do the same thing, right? I'm starting to get you can see maybe I can link up here and encircle this chunk of territory, but let's see how it plays out. So he goes to the outside, exactly where we drew, right? This is kind of that horseshoe shape he's already got built. This was the part he didn't have filled in, and he goes right in the middle, trying to force me in, kill that stone off. Good move, I'd say. Okay, so then I jump up. He attacks that immediately, attack his single stone. Right here, I'm just trying to kind of get some space to live, right? I'm not necessarily attacking right now with this group. I just want to get some eyes. That's why I'm going off by 2 stones each time here. I'm jumping out. I'm increasing my space, my territory, my shape, but I'm leaving little gaps where I can potentially make an eye in the future here, maybe in a couple moves, unlike what he did down here, right? Because this is so solid. This is a wall with no eyes. I can always fill these in if I have to. If I'm threatened, I can fill them in and create that wall, but I'm giving myself the opportunity to make some eyes up there. Carrying on. Maybe I can connect in from the right-hand side. No, he blocks it off. Touche, sir. I threaten to cut him off. He ignores it. I connect. He's threatening my eyes a little by jumping in there. I respect that play. Push back. Give myself a couple more gaps. He threatens those gaps. So it's actually not looking... Oh, I was going to say it's not looking great, but I did cut him off and he kind of ignored that, right? So now this set of 3 stones is vulnerable. And he hasn't... he needs to play here or here to link this up and make this all sort of one continuous group. But right now, this is threatened. He ignored it. I jumped in, cut him off again, and now that group's going to be toast, right? Because he can push me out. Pushing, pushing, pushing. I cut him off. He's down to 2 liberties for that whole group. He cuts me off. This is down to 2. I put him in Atari. He's got to react. I jump in. He's down to 1. Puts me in Atari. Save it. I was going to say kill that group off, but looks like that was the end of the game right there. Either resigned or quit at that point. Let's quickly check the score here. What do we got? Computer says I'm up by 27. Solid little win. And it was from attacking that space. Right? Wasn't it? Because actually, let's show that again. Let me go back here. Estimate that score. Now I'll draw over this. Perfect. I was attacking these big open chunks in here, right? I was taking whatever he was giving me. That was easy money. Those are a couple big moves. And same thing up here. It's open. It's easy. I'm not threatened. I'm just going to take a chunk. Play 1 stone, play another stone, 4 stones, 4 spaces off. All of a sudden, you got yourself a nice little chunk. Same thing here. Play 1, play off a couple, play again. What's that? All of a sudden, you got like 20 points right there. He can dig into it a little bit, but you're taking the big, easy moves. And by doing that, then you're sort of exerting the pressure on these other groups, killing some groups off. Another one. This was wide open space in here, remember? That was just that oval. Let me draw that a little bit better. This was more or less what he was trying to get, and I threw right in the middle. And look at that. I got a bunch of stones in the middle, actually killed off a group of his, so he probably still going to live in there, but I won a ton of that territory by attacking that space. So, lesson learned. That's the moral of the story today. We will end it there and see you in the next one.